Wow, dude, you've been making everything. Your putting's getting really good.
Yeah, dude. I've been spending a lot of time with my scout basket. Maybe a little too much time.
2020 Pro Worlds is quickly approaching, and we've got some special discs and special plastics to commemorate the occasion. The Raider is back and looking better than ever in the Lucid Chameleon plastic. The Raider is an overstable, far-flying distance driver, and in this plastic, just look at the dome.
Well, you guys want to grab lunch?
Yeah, have you guys heard about that new grass-fed tilapia place?
Yeah, the one on 12th of Main. Yeah, I know where it's at. Yeah, follow me. How'd you get here so fast?
Took the local route.
Hey everybody, welcome to another Dynamic Discs Updates with Jeremy Rusco. I hope you're doing wonderful out there on this February 24th, a Monday, no doubt. How are you, Jeremy?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I got to play some disc golf this weekend with some friends from, I believe they live in Lawrence, no, Ottawa. Anyway, they moved. So anyway, yes, got to play some disc golf, had a really good time, did some cleaning. So
how's your disc golf game?
I was actually doing pretty good on putting. In fact, one of the gentlemen that I played with, Dustin, even remarked and said, "Bobby, have you been doing a lot of Winter Marksman League? Because your putting is on." And I was like, "Thank you." But no, I think it's going pretty good. How's yours?
I need to play some more disc golf is what's going on. The weather is going to get warmer, and I'm going to become a better disc golfer this year.
All right. And not to talk about something else, but my pickleball game was strong as well. We had last night's pickleball game was really good. So anyway, sorry. Okay, so a video series that I'm very proud of, and I think it's really cool that how they turned out is our, I guess I'm just calling it the Be Dynamic series, where we're getting to know our players a little bit more. It's not the same kind of, I love doing the fun, high-paced music and stuff like that, but this one's a little more slowed down so you can get to know our players a little bit better. And so far we have Chris Clemens out and Eric Oakley out, and I'm working on pages right now. But let's take a glimpse at one of those videos, just kind of a teaser so you can kind of get an idea of what they're like, just in case you haven't seen it on YouTube yet.
I came from it's kind of like, there's that Drake song started from the bottom, and now we're here. Like, I was awful when I first started, and there's so many people I have introduced people to disc golf, and they are so much better than I was when I first started. And so I like to encourage people, like, if you are willing to put in the time and the effort and the dedication to making your life about getting better at disc golf, like, you can. And it does take a lot. You do have to sacrifice stuff. But I want people to know that if you want to be good at disc golf, you can be.
All right, guys. It's, understanding we're having a little bit of audio issues, so I appreciate your patience as we try to figure that out. So sorry if it blew out your headphones if you're wearing headphones while you listen to it. But anyway, those series are really cool. I'm going to be putting out more of those just so you guys can get to know our touring team a little bit better as they're out there representing Dynamic Discs. So what do we got next,
Check
Jeremy?
it out. Check it out, man. I tell you what, it has been a busy, fast-paced start to the year. I got my tan with Bobby about a little over a month ago. We did the first ever Sailing the Seas with Dynamic Discs, and I tell you what, I've never been on a cruise ever, and I was a little skeptical about going on a cruise, but I felt like this was the right opportunity to go on a cruise. And group that we had, and I think that if most people take a vacation every year anyway, and I just think this is a really good opportunity for everybody to take a vacation, get on a cruise, have some fun with us, and we're looking forward to a bigger and better crew for the 2021 cruise, and we hope to see you there.
Yeah, so we just got announced the dates for 2021. That's January 14th through 18th. So start saving money now. You can actually go on Facebook right now and find the event Sailing the Seas with Dynamic Discs, and you'll be able to follow along to get updates and pertinent information on the cruise. But we're super excited. This one's is a 4-day Bahama. What did it say? It said Bahamian?
Bohemian
Rhapsody cruise. We're going on a cruise. Anyway,
put it on your calendar. I tell you what, it really is a lot of fun, and the main thing is it's just a vacation.
Yeah.
And Bobby and I had a blast. I think everybody that was on there had a blast. We've made some friendships that are going to last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
And you guys also, I went home. I can only be gone for so long, but Bobby has this great way of staying out and about for longer than most people, and Bobby went to Disney World, to half of Florida, and no wonder why you're looking so tan.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I had a great time with Tyler, kind of cruised around with him in his RV, went to different events with Zach Milton, Eric Oakley, and Tina Oakley, and then Erica Stinchcomb showed up as well. But one of the cool things we did was we're friends with Seth Finley from Disc Golf Pro Tour, and we worked it out to where we could go on some of the Disc Golf World resorts and play
Disney World.
What did I say?
Disc Golf World.
Oh, gosh.
I mean, it was kind of both.
Oh, that's true. Well, Disney World, the resorts out there, we set up a scout basket on 6 different locations and played some disc golf. So here's kind of a teaser if you haven't seen the video quite yet of what we did out there. You ready, Eric?
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to tear it up on Disney World?
Yeah, Disney doesn't know what's coming.
You ready to show Mickey Mouse what's up?
Yeah, Mickey Mouse doesn't know what's coming.
What's coming?
Us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully the wind just gets worse and worse when Eric throws.
Right.
And not when I throw.
Okay.
That's what I'm counting on.
All right. Well, we'll see how that plays out. Good luck out there.
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 And we'll be back after.
And we'll be back after these messages. Yep.
Nope.
Yeah. Why don't you pick up a few boulders next time, too? Zach, why don't we just put it on that island out there? Just have your tee off right here.
Looks like the best spot to take a 1,000.
So yeah, we had a really good time. Now, if it does appear that we look tired, I will admit that when I heard we were going to Florida, I was super excited because we're going to Florida in January where it's cold here. So I was expecting like 70s, 80s Florida weather. No, it was like 40 degrees in the morning, and it was cold and windy. So yeah, if we look tired and worn out, it's because it was pretty windy. But we still had a good time overall. But we did end my trip there. Where is it? Defuniak Springs, Florida, I believe it is, where we had a Veterans for Vet event. And I believe we had about 130 people showed up, and we raised nearly $6,400 for the Healing Paws for Wounded Warriors organization, and it was awesome. But there's some other stuff going on with that particular events, Jeremy.
Yeah, well, this is well. Before we get real quick, was there not a bet at the disc golf at Disneyland? Was there a bet, or did they back out?
They actually ended up tying.
Oh.
So nobody won. Yeah, nobody won. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the bet that I had heard of was Zach was going to have to shave his head, right?
Yeah. Well,
cut his hair.
Yeah, that's a whole nother story.
Okay. All right. Must have been some talk on the cruise ship that changed. Yeah, Veterans for Vets is wrapping up. This weekend is actually a tremendous weekend where there are quite a few events going on throughout the country, and you can just go to veteransforvets.com to see if there's an event in your area. And it's been really cool to see just how many we've had 50 Veterans for Vets fundraising tournaments this year in 25 different states, and that has allowed a lot of money to be raised for local organizations that and seeing the almost $6,400 being raised at the one that you guys did in Florida was incredible. We're going to get some official numbers here very soon as these get wrapped up and be able to provide that, and we definitely look forward to growing Veterans for Vets in future years, and want to thank everybody who helped run a Veterans for Vets event, who participated, who helped raise money. It was really cool to see, and I think this was a huge success for our first year.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Tonight, what we do on every show is we ask for your questions. So if you have a question for Jeremy Rusco, make sure you put them in the comments, the YouTube chat, and Danny will get that over to us. We have a couple questions if you're ready, Jeremy.
Sure.
And I lost. There it is. When will we be able to register for Trilogy challenges?
Good question, and I think we typically do that in March at some point. TrilogyChallenge.com probably has information, not right now, but it will sometime soon. But those are going to be similar as usual. They're going to run, start at the end of May and run through September, October, somewhere in there, and it's the Bounty is going to be there, which is a fantastic disc, one of the new Latitude drivers, the SPZ3. We'll have more information for that coming out soon, but we've got to make sure that we get the information out for United States Amateur Match Play Championship first.
Yes. Someone asked, the Lucid X Glimmer Truth, do we know if it will be for sale in Europe? He can only find it on DD page for right now.
I didn't even know they were for sale.
Glimmer Truth? Are those the new ones? The Lucid X? They're in the mystery boxes.
Yep. Thank you. See?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Then the answer is still, we don't know. Jeremy Rusco, can we see the Lucid X Warden now? Sure, we'll give you a little glimpse.
Yeah, we'll give you a little sneak peek. Right there.
Here.
Oh.
And we got one here. So here's a blue one. Of course, the Warden has been one of A.J. Risley's favorite discs since he even got on to Team Dynamic Discs. He had the Waffle Warden that he had out for a while that was very popular. But now we have the Lucid X Warden. So if you like the flight, the nice, straight, stable flight of the Warden, but you want just a little bit more stability, a little stiffer plastic, you're definitely going to want to pick up a Lucid X Warden for sure.
Money.
Yeah, he's already posted some videos of him throwing it and stuff like that, and he is really, really liking it.
I think that everybody who's interested, it would be a smart decision to buy one for collecting and one for throwing, or 2 or 3 for throwing. But I think there weren't that many of these that are being released on the first run, and with this being something that AJ's been wanting for quite a long time, I do expect that these are going to sell out very quickly. I know on the wholesale side, they were going quick, so get your hands on them. The cool thing, though, is there are going to be other editions as well, but they will not be just the standard stock Lucid X plastic, so those will be coming out later. But pick them up.
All right. Any plans to release other molds in the confetti plastic?
I don't know what's going on with confetti. It's just flying around.
In the air?
It's just flying
around. Are we going to see a Chameleon EMAC Truth?
Chameleon EMAC Truth. I believe, yes, there will be at some point with the Team Series releases coming up later this year. I'm pretty sure.
Nice. All right. Back to our agenda. The start of the season. Jeremy, there was some good disc golf play at Vegas.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like, it actually seems like forever ago in one degree, but it just seems like yesterday where we were wrapping up the season. The United States Disc Golf Championship got done. The Disc Golf Pro Tour finale got done, and we're thinking that disc golf, it might take forever for the season to come back around. But here we are today. The first big event of the season in many regards, you could say. It was only an 8th year this year, but the Las Vegas Challenge, big event that a lot of the top pros go out to, of course, and had some really strong finishes for the Dynamic team and the Latitude 64 team. And man, Tristan Tanner, if you haven't seen this guy or followed this guy, he put on a show out there, coming off of an injury last year and just really been battling and working hard to compete at the highest level. And he had an outstanding performance. Eric Oakley, 3rd round. He shot the hot round, I believe, out
13
there.
13 down, yep.
He's been training hard this offseason. He's ready to go this year. And Paige Bjerkes Shue, last year's champion out there. She's ready to tour this year, just her 2nd year on tour. I saw her interview that she was doing on Johnny on the Disc. Is that right? Johnny on the Disc?
Johnny Disc Golf.
Johnny Disc Golf. Yeah, I got Carrollton, Texas, Johnny on the Disc confused. Johnny, I miss you.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to hear her talk just how some of the challenges that she was going through last year with her van getting wrecked and all the different changes in her life with planning a wedding, getting married, all that stuff. And she just got her van, finally everything done there with that, all the disaster there getting fixed. And I think Paige is going to shine this year and have a great year. And it was great to see that she made the kind of a late decision to play in the Las Vegas Challenge. So that's that. And they're moving on to the Memorial out there in beautiful Arizona. Bobby and I have been out there for many years, it seems like, and we're here in 40-degree Kansas weather this week. We're going to spend a little bit more time in Texas in March, so we decided to stay in Kansas and get a few things. It's been really busy here at the warehouse, been really busy, Dynamic Disc period, and we got some things to do, so we decided to skip out on the Arizona sunshine. And
that I'm regretting when I see people posting those pictures of the sun.
I just love, that's like one of my favorite places to go.
So nice.
If you need a tournament to go play, I definitely recommend going out to the Memorial. But anyway, we're proud to say that we're a Disc Golf Pro Tour premier partner for this year. We're happy to support Jeff Spring, Todd Rainwater, and the entire Disc Golf Pro Tour team over there. I think this is going to be an excellent year with the Disc Golf Pro Tour, and we're just thrilled to be a premier partner.
Yeah, and they got the new thing with the Disc Golf Network, the subscription model. If you are inclined or are able to, I'd like to suggest that you support them and see if you can subscribe for a little bit and give them some support out there. I went ahead and paid for the year so that I could watch some disc golf videos. In fact, a couple of our videos are showing up there that we've produced for some of our players, and working with them to make sure we have some more of our videos out there. But anyway, if you want to watch some disc golf videos, or you just hungry to consume a lot of tournament coverage videos, make sure you consider supporting the Disc Golf Network for sure.
Yeah, and that's pretty inexpensive for the whole year, right? Like $60.
I think it was around that. Yeah, if you're a PDGA member, you get 50% off code. That may have no. You have until the Memorial, I believe. The Memorial is the deadline, I believe. That unless they extend it, I think. But you can get 50%. All you got to do is plug in your PDGA number.
Taking a note.
Yeah.
DG Network. I got to sign up. I don't want to miss the deadline.
Exactly. All right, so up next we have, like Jeremy mentioned, Texas States. The Latitude 64 is the title sponsor, and a lot of us will be out there to support our players and to support our event. Of course, Dynamic Disc Carrollton, Steve-O, and the crew out there will be out there running things, working with the PDGA and all that to bring you some good disc golf. We also have, that one's going to have a mobile app. We're almost finished with the mobile app. Got a few little final things to get solidified, and then we'll have the Texas State mobile app. Now, it'll be part of the Dynamic Discs event app. So right now you can go to iTunes or Google Play and download Dynamic Discs events. You'll see GBO in there, and pretty soon you'll see Texas State's in there, and then eventually you'll also see Junior Worlds in there because we're running that again this year. What do you got to say about Texas State?
Well, there's 200, almost 300 players signed up for Texas State. Plenty of spots for AM side and pro side. A lot of the big names, of course, are going to be rolling through there. This is the first national tour tournament of the year, so a big deal to get the national tour kicked off and started in Texas. And we know Steve-O and Brad and the man, I tell you what, Tyler, Texas has got an amazing disc golf scene. They do an incredible job with the courses, with the support there. And if you haven't put the Texas State Championships on your disc golf calendar, you're missing out.
You know what's really cool about that? I know this is kind of a personal note, but my grandson Eli has been getting into disc golf big time. He is going. His dad is taking him to Texas State to go watch. Yeah, because he knows all the big time players. He watches all the videos, so he is super excited to see some of the pros. And Zach Milton actually said he could caddy for him.
What?
So he's just like super pumped. So anyway, so it's going to be really cool out at Texas State to have my grandson come watch some disc golf.
Yeah, looking forward to being out there. We're going to take the Emporia RV. No, the Emporia RV is going to be elsewhere, isn't it? Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we were planning on that earlier. But anyway, we're going to be out there. It's going to be fun. So look forward to seeing you there. Moving right along, this will be what is this going to be, the third year or fourth year for the United States Amateur Match Play Championship.
Third year, yeah.
And it's going to be awesome.
Yes, it's going to be great.
And I think we've got a little video that we're going to show real quick.
Yeah, there's some. Yeah, people had some questions about what's in the players pack and a little other questions. So Danny put together a FAQ video for you to watch.
United States Amateur Match Play Championships is here, and you can find all the info you need and get signed up at discgolfmatchplay.com. For the one-time entry fee to your local bracket, you get a Fusion Burst Raider and a Retro Moonshine Pure. Prizes for your local bracket will scale with the size of the bracket. So the bigger the bracket, the bigger the prize. Winning that will get you into your state bracket for free, and winning your state bracket will get you free entry to the final bracket here in Emporia. Just for making the trip, we'll give you $250 cash and $500 of in-store credit. And for the top 8 players, the prize pool includes 33 baskets and over $2,000 in store credit. And that's before Discs for Life. If you make it to Emporia but get knocked out early, there's still a consolation bracket and a bonus B tier. So go ahead and get signed up at discgolfmatchplay.com.
All right, so all the information from Danny on Disc Golf Match Play. Again, just some relevant dates. Accepting brackets hosts until March 23rd. Local brackets will play March and April. State brackets will play in May. And, of course, the championship will be here in Emporia, Kansas, June 26th to 28th, where the winner will walk away with 18 veteran baskets, 18 T signs, and, of course, Discs for Life. Not hashtag, but asterisk. Disc for 10 years, which is cool to say disc for life.
Well,
but I mean, disc for 10 years is still a long time.
It's $6,000 in discs.
That's
and
a lot of discs.
If you can go through, if your personal stash, you can, that's, I don't think I've spent $6,000. Even if I was paying full retail, I don't think that I've needed $6,000. Yeah, that's why we call it Disc for Life, because it's more discs than you ever should need for your throwing purposes.
Absolutely. So, and if you want to host one, make sure you go to discgolfmatchplay.com to get information on the brackets. Get in early on some of the states. They're already starting to fill up pretty quick. So if you've got a state that you want to play, make sure you get out there. We want to see representation from all the states and all the provinces. Canadian provinces. So we want to see all of them represented. I can say that, right? So and then in years past, what we've done for the TDs to kind of help boost some awareness and boost registration, we give away a special disc to the TDs that they can purchase and then, of course, sell or give away or whatever they want to do with it. This year, it's the Lucid X Vandal, and the Vandal has been a very popular disc. So I'm curious to see what the Lucid X throws like. So anyway, all that information at discgolfmatchplay.com.
Yeah, and one last comment on that would be, a familiar face this year is running the Match Play Championships for us. Scott Reek. I think if you follow along, you probably happen to know that name. Scott Reek is in charge of Match Play, and I think there's going to be some excellent things that get added or improved upon for this year. So looking forward to seeing this thing take off here very soon.
So another big event that we like to talk about and we are very proud of is, of course, the Glass Blown Open. That takes place the last week of April through May 2nd. There are still some spots available in the MA1, MA2, FA1, FA2, FP40, MP60, FA40, and FA50. So if you are looking to come out and play, there are spots in those divisions.
It's hard to believe that with like 1,500 registered, more than 1,500 registered, there's still a few spots. There's still a few spots. Now, when we say a few spots in most of those divisions, it literally is just a few. I think there's 4 spots that just opened up in the intermediate division, and so that's usually a division that is full, and it was full, and it's going to be full again here probably after we get off.
And of course, we dub that whole week GBO week because we have a week of activities all the way from C tiers that you can play as well as competition, or if you just want to come and play disc golf all week and just come watch the competition, you of course can participate in the C tiers. We have spectator badges. You do not have to buy a spectator badge to come watch, but you can get some extra goodies and discounts and things like that getting a spectator badge. We have the luck of the draw. We have a Jomez skins match that's going to happen. Of course, the bonfire, the block party, and then added to last year, we're doing it again, is the rainwater Raz round where everything just goes completely crazy and we have a really good time. So
probably my favorite thing is the Raz round.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. GlassBlownOpen.com to get all the information and to see the schedule. And as I mentioned before, Dynamite Discs event mobile app, and you can look up the Glass Blown Open event within the app and get all the information and stay up to date with everything that's happening.
It's going to be here before I know it. My gosh.
So Jeremy is pretty proud of this football. Jeremy is a big Kansas City Chiefs fan, and if you don't follow football, I don't know how you would know what happened, but the Kansas City Chiefs are your Super Bowl champions. Woo! Of course, there was a lot of celebrating here in Emporium and all over Kansas for that in Missouri. So, but we got this really cool. What's the story behind this football here?
Well, we hosted our disc golf experience at Arrowhead Stadium in 2018. Yep, got my year right, I think. And just as a special appreciation, thank you. They invited a few of us from Dynamic Discs up to the stadium last week for a special VIP reception and thank you. And
really, this is the first I've heard of this.
You were gone. Uh-oh, sore subject. And anyway, we got to check the locker room out, and inside the locker room, they had this special gift, special football that obviously says Dynamic Discs on it, and I just think that's really cool. And one of the things that we were have been talking to them about, is with the Kansas City Chiefs being your Super Bowl champions, we think that it might make some sense to host the disc golf experience one more time back on the current reigning Super Bowl champion football field just before they pull the turf. They're doing a lot of stadium renovations, and they're actually going to pull the I guess it's grass, turf. They're going to pull that up towards the end of May, and we are hoping to be able to throw one last, not one last, but we want to throw another disc golf experience there because it's pretty cool that the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions.
But that might not be the only place we go.
It might not. Doug's always working on something too.
Doug's always working on something.
And we're looking at finalizing the deal for one of the stadiums up in the Northeast. And hopefully we've got, on the next broadcast, hopefully we will have some good news about at least one disc golf experience happening, but maybe 2. And I can't promise that there will be a football at either of them, but that's that. So
Cool. What's really cool is people always ask me, how do we get into these stadiums? And at first we would reach out to them, but now we've got stadiums reaching out to us.
Yes.
So they are hearing about this disc golf and things happening in the stadium. So it's really cool that they are reaching out to us.
Yeah, one of the cool things. So the I believe it was the president of stadium operations and experiences was there at the little VIP reception, and he came up. And of course, we were wearing. Well, I was wearing Chiefs, but everybody else was wearing dynamic discs. Something, which was fantastic. And so it probably wasn't very hard for him to figure out who we were. But anyway, he came up and talked disc golf to us and asked how they could help increase awareness for disc golf, increase hopefully the number of people that came out would come out for the event, and get disc golf in front of more people. And I think that's pretty cool because obviously the Chiefs have a very big network, and it would be fantastic to get more involved with that.
Yeah, that would be cool. Do we have any questions? Let's see if we have questions. Oh, we have questions. What is the date for the Lucid X release? Remember, guys, if you have questions, put them in the YouTube chat. We'll try to get to them. The dates for Lucid X release, we do have the Warden and the Verdict that's coming out this Thursday, the 27th at 11 a.m. Central. And then we have the other discs, which is the Maverick, the Lucid X Maverick.
Hang on.
Oh, whoa.
Also got the Fortress.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Also got Nico's VIP X Fortress. Other camera that's not working.
Oh, sorry. I'm the other camera guy. My bad. All right, and then
that is this next Thursday. Is that right?
Next Thursday, and then this Thursday.
This Thursday.
Well, you said
Bobby,
this
why
next.
Yeah.
You're
ruining
the whole
everything.
next this, whatever. And then about a month after that, then we'll have the Lucid X Sheriff, the Lucid X Felon, the Lucid X Truth,
EMAC Truth,
and then the Lucid X Maverick. So yeah, all the Lucid X's coming out.
Yeah, all the Lucid X. The second.
We have so many discs.
I know. The second release is March 26th, and I will. The Verdict and the Warden. Man, those sold out quickly at the warehouse. I would expect that the other team series are going to as well. So if your local disc golf retailer didn't get their opportunity to get this first run of stuff, make sure you put them in the know on making sure they get this next release.
So as we get closer to the warmer months, people start thinking about courses and course design, and we have our very own champion course designer in Eric McCabe, 2010 PDJ World Champion, out designing courses. One of the courses he's just about done with is, he's done, is the Winfield, Kansas course, the farm at Quail Valley. And because of its close vicinity to Emporia, we were able to create a series of videos where I went out there with him and walked around with him as he talked with the landowners and Tyson out there about the new course. And we got to learn a little bit about Eric's process of designing a course. We got a little bit of video here to kind of show that off to you.
We're down here at Quail Valley, the farm, and it is an absolute gorgeous piece of property. We have over 40 acres to work with. Thinking that this spot that we're standing right here is a beautiful spot for a green. You've got this gorgeous natural rock wall here built onto the side of the hill. And then you've got this old water wheel, and then you've got the natural pond on the left side. Very picturesque green, and that's really what we look for in these type of properties.
Well, as you can see from the footage, especially the drone footage, that is a beautiful piece of land out there, and I'm super excited to see the final course out there. And actually, the first event that our chain gang is going out there. That's some guys here that are traveling in the Emporia RV to go to some different events here a little closer to home here in Emporia. But they're going to have an event out there on March 14th. It's kind of a grand opening for the course. I'm going to be out there to do the final video in that video series to kind of show people the final course, to do the ribbon cutting, and then of course show people playing on the course and getting feedback on the course. But super exciting. If you guys have any needs for course design, make sure you check out dynamiccoursedesign.com or simply email coursesales@dynamicdiscs. Now, Jeremy, you just got back from a trade show where this was kind of the topic, or?
Yeah. Last, I think it was maybe a week and a half ago. Kansas Recreation and Parks Association had a trade show just up the road in Topeka, Kansas. Their annual show, and it was really cool to get the opportunity to go there and present and talk disc golf and talk about the growth of disc golf and the importance of disc golf. And this was actually, they said this was a record attendance for their show, where this is community parks and rec directors, recreation department decision makers, and anyway, they had a record attendance at the show. I think it was like 475 people from all around the state of Kansas showed up to be a part of this show, and it was really cool to get the opportunity to present and talk about the growth of disc golf, the importance of disc golf. And one of the things that really stood out to me was just the we all think that it's super important to have an 18-hole championship level disc golf course in our community, and we think that we've got to keep making disc golf harder and harder and harder because we keep getting better and better and better at disc golf. And the reality of the situation is it's really important to put 9-hole disc golf courses in communities, because beginners don't enjoy those championship level disc golf courses. They get frustrated, they quit playing, they throw their discs in the water, they quit playing. And we really need to have more 9-hole disc golf courses. And that really, I really noticed the importance and the impact of that when we put in the 9-hole disc golf course at Hammond Park here in Emporia, Kansas. And it's a real short 9-hole course that is the busiest disc golf course that we have in town. We've got all these great courses in town that are 18-hole courses, but the 9-hole disc golf course in Hammond Park that I think has one hole over 300 feet is our busiest course in town. And so
Nice.
I think a lot of the Parks and Rec people didn't understand that a 9-hole course is a great benefit to their community. And anyway, I encourage you to find that small piece of land in your community, advocate for a 9-hole disc golf course to get installed there. And I think that we're going to continue to see disc golf grow because we need more beginner-friendly courses.
Now, while you're at this Kansas Park and Rec show, did you talk to Leslie Knope and Ron Swanson? Okay, anyway.
I don't watch Parks and Rec, sorry. For a second, I didn't know what you were
doing. It was like, where is he going with this? All right, so okay, so looks like you have something kind of serious.
Well,
to
do we
talk
got
about
we got some questions, or
let's see if we got questions. Let's see. Do we know what the Latitude 64 Opto X discs will be? Yes, we do. We're going to talk about that here in a second.
Yes.
Okay.
Questions?
Let's see. Someone says, what about an Opto Lucid X Air plastic?
Oh, well,
kind of.
When I think of like Lucid X, Opto X, I just think like pristine, clear, durable, looks good. And when I think of adding air in that, I lose all those.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a designer, but I think sometimes combinations and things like that aren't just feasible, plausible, whatever wordable that would make sense. In other words, it's kind of like, just because it exists, the two things exist, doesn't necessarily always mean they can exist at the same time or within the same disc, if that makes sense.
Nailed it.
Like quantum physics type stuff.
Nailed it.
What about Lucid X Justice? What do you want it to do? Just to fall straight down?
I think they're actually is no. Is this a special GBO release?
The Lucid X Justice? I don't know.
For once, I pulled up the release schedule on this, so you got a lot. Well, I don't want a whole bunch of questions on what's coming up, but you probably want to come to Glass Blown Open to get an opportunity on this
I
very,
wonder how much money I can make if I could sell this Google
can't.
spreadsheet right now.
very limited run, very limited of ice clear. I probably shouldn't even talk. I don't even know if I'm going to get in trouble. And there's another. There's more. That it's not. It's going to be pretty cool. So,
all right, we got some.
See ya in Emporia at the end of the end of April.
We got some questions on discs, so we'll just hop on over to the section where we're going to talk about discs. All right, guys, if you are curious about discs, we're going to go through these real quick. So hold on. Latitude 64 Sapphire retail release is going to be March 5th. And where'd they go?
I moved them.
Sapphires. Boom. March 5th.
Amazing driver.
Prime Guard right here is going to be March 5th as well.
March 5th retail release.
Someone asked about the Moonshine Getaway. I have one right here.
Yeah.
That also is March 5th.
And so probably an important piece of information for the moonshine lovers to know is that we are actually there's going to be less stop it.
It's even glows.
Stop.
It glows.
Oh, Bobby. So something that's probably important to know is that we are actually there is not going to be as much widespread mainstream availability of our moonshine discs. We're actually there's a limited run of the Moonshine Getaway, and it's going to be a one and done run for this year. So as soon as they come in and they sell out, they're gone. And the numbers, I don't remember what it is, but it's not very many. And we're going to do that with more of our releases. So when you see a new Moonshine disc being released, it's going to be kind of a one and done. And then the next year, if it was popular enough, we'll bring it back. So if you haven't thrown the Getaway, you're missing out. I can't wait to put that one on my bag.
All right. Next up is the Fusion Warden St. Patty's Day. Oh, wrong camera.
That's the harp.
Oh,
and
my
here's
bad.
the Warden.
Here's the Warden. Here's the Warden.
Yep.
I feel like that felt.
Yeah.
That feels flat. Anyway, here's the Warden, and then the Lucid 64 Team Series.
Yeah. So the Latitude 64 Team Series is coming out for a retail release of March 12th. So make sure that your local retailer knows that they need to pick these up. Christian Tatar with the Opto X Pure. Albert Tom with the Recoil. He's coming over. Both Christian and Albert are coming over for the Glass Blown Open. We're thrilled to have them. And Christian, I believe, is going to be on the Pro Panel. We've also got the Fuse, the Johnny McRae Team Series Fuse, and Johnny just loves the Fuse as well as many other people. And then the last two, the Explorer is obviously a staple in almost everybody's bag, and the Opto X Emerson Keith Explorer is obviously a fantastic addition. No, that was those four.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Next up, the Dynamic Disc Sergeant. Now,
we got a lot of stuff happening in March.
First run Sergeant Moonshine.
I couldn't find those.
Okay, so we have a Moonshine, but that's only for a buyback store. So find out if you go to dynamicdisc.com/buyback to find a buyback store near you, or tell your store to be a buyback store. It's so simple. Just basically call Jamie and say, hey, I want to be a buyback store. He tells you the rules and you're good to go. You do not lose money. Tell them you don't lose money on this. You gain so much more. Like getting the Moonshine Sergeant that's coming out on 3/19, buyback only. But then we also have the Lucid First Run, and I have some really cool colors here. This pink. We have a blue. We have a white, clear frost, whatever you want to call that one. And then a nice orange one. Yeah, look at that.
Sergeant is money.
All right,
money. I got you.
I got it? Okay,
I got you.
And then we got the Opto X Chameleon Ballista that comes out on March 19th. Look at that. Those are cool. The Opto Keystone. If you're looking for a premium plastic in your Keystone putter for throwing or for putting if you want. So yeah, that's
all kinds of stuff.
And then of course the Team Series from we mentioned earlier from Team Dynamic Disc. So yeah, cool stuff there.
I can't keep up with it.
Next we talking about is the Transit Cart. Now the Transit Cart is not it's fairly new, but it's not brand new. But we do have some new colors. We have the Stars and stripes for the transit card, and the camo. Or is that, we're calling this camouflage?
Yeah, woodland camo, I think.
Woodland camo for the transit cart. So it's a very super popular cart.
And black is back in stock as well.
Okay, so black. So if you're looking for something neutral and want black, we have that in stock as well. And then, of course, we have the Dynamic Disc Scout Basket, which is a portable basket. Comes with a bag that you can transport it in. This is what we used at the Disc Golf Disney World Resorts video. There's Danny getting some putting practice in with the Scout Basket. Way to go, Danny.
Yeah, we sold out of those almost as soon as they came in, it seemed like. But our restock is scheduled to be here on March 3rd. So I guess that's next week. Hopefully it shows up on time. But as with everything with a Scout, it's probably going to be delayed.
Everything. Team series. We mentioned that earlier, but we'll recap it. 326 on the rest, the ones that aren't coming out this Thursday. Thursday.
Yeah.
Lucid X Warden, Lucid X Vertus. 326. Lucid X Maverick, Lucid X EMAC Truth, Lucid X Sheriff, and Lucid X Felon. Remember, guys, not only are these really cool discs and very durable, stiff plastic and fly very well, but these also help support the team players while they are out on the road. So purchase from us, purchase from your favorite store. If you see your favorite player out there selling them, grab one, buy one, get a signature, help support them being out on the road. And then the last I see is VIPX World says today. What does that mean?
That means it released today.
It released today?
Correct.
Did we know that already? Because I seem to not know this and have not posted anything about
so
it.
this is insider information maybe, but so one of the discs that Nico being newly sponsored to Westside, one of the discs that you're trying to find this out, huh?
Yes.
So you're not going to find it out, Bobby.
Is it not on the flight? Oh, there. No.
If you're a Team Trilogy member, you'll be able to see it.
Oh, a Team Trilogy member.
Okay, and I'm gonna explain why. So Nico loves the world. He gets big distance with the world, and he wanted a VIPX World. And Latitude 64 over there in Sweden tried to produce it, and unfortunately, there were some challenges, complications. It just couldn't be done. The scrap rate was way too high. Way too many of them were having to be sent to the beast, sent to the regrinder. They just weren't getting the proper shape. There were some complications. The wider the rim you get, and that's an old mold as well. It just didn't work for mass production for VIPX, for the VIPX World. And so anyway, the couple, there were 300 total that were quality enough to be released, and I believe Latitude 64 kept 125 of those over for European distribution. We got 175 of them. We just put them up on the website today, but due to the limited numbers and a way to say thank you to our Team Trilogy members, that is a limited exclusive release, at least for the first couple days, where the only way you'll be able to get that is if you're a Team Trilogy member. Now, at the end, or after a couple days, if we haven't sold through those will get released out to everybody. So depending on how you look at it, maybe you don't want them to sell soon, or maybe you want them all to sell soon. But anyway, that got released today, and you're welcome for getting that information.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so that's all we have to talk about. I'm going to run through questions real quick that I see that are popping up here. Do we know the sergeant's number? Yes, Danny put out there. If you want to know the numbers for the sergeant, it is speed 11, glide 4, turn 0, and a fade of 2.5. Let's see. Not sure. Any info on the Trilogy Challenge registration? We don't have an exact date for that, but that's typically around right before May. No, the registration will start March-ish, right?
I think March.
Around March, and then you'll start playing the actual events around May to September, October. End of May. Let's see. I would throw, not sure if I missed it. Will Oakley have the Felon by Waco? Oh, yeah, for sure. No.
He will probably have some in his possession.
Yes.
Go see Eric Oakley. Go see,
what plastic should I get for the heart for throwing? Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So I think that's it. So you want to wrap it up, Jeremy?
When will a couple other I saw here? When will GBO volunteers find out if they've been selected? So Jackie Morris, our director of volunteers for the Glass Balloon Open, is
Jackie Mo
she's getting all that stuff organized now. There's been There's a lot of stuff to figure out, make sure that we get coordinated properly. So you should be hearing from her very soon. She's excited to get information out about that. Fluid Plastic making a comeback. I am pretty certain that Fluid Plastic is all of the raw material is gone out of the Latitude 64 warehouse. So there will not be any of that coming back anytime soon. But maybe we can do a special batch. I have been seeing more requests for it. And so if we do, it's going to be limited numbers, limited release, but you might not ever see it again. So whatever you do see, you should probably just snatch up while you can. How do you get sponsored by Dynamic Discs? Boy, it's a complicated process. You're going to have to talk to Bobby about that one.
No.
I think that's a Disc Golf Answer Man question where you need to tune in to Disc Golf Answer Man. I'm sure that Robert and McCabe have talked about that 1 or 2 or 3 times before. And we
basically, this is the way I break it down. One simple sentence. Don't ask what disc golf can do for you. Ask what you can do for disc golf, and then you will get noticed. Yes, sorry.
I agree. Yeah, well, I think this. If there's no more questions,
I think that's it.
It's been fun. Thanks for tuning in today. I tell you what, it's been a really busy winter. So either disc golf is growing and growing and growing more than we've seen it in previous years, which is really exciting, and we appreciate your guys' support to keep us busy. We've been actually we just had a new guy start today. We've been hiring new people at the warehouse and at the retail store this winter, which has been really exciting to see. So it's always a new adventure. We just got some new things happening here. It's been a lot of fun, and we're always working on something.
Always working on something. All right, guys. Thanks again for tuning in to Dynamic Disc Updates with Jeremy Rusco. We will be back next month. Until then, remember to spay and neuter your pets.